Hello, doctors and nurses and other medical professionals. I'm constantly asked by other students on how they can practice, how they can prepare effectively for listening, for reading, for all of the 4 areas. And I've got a very, very effective listening tip for you today. And you can do this every single day whilst you're preparing for your OET preparation, for your OET examination. And this is something that you don't need to rely on sample OET materials. So going to the OET website or looking for other materials out there that specifically put together just for OET. There's hundreds, if not thousands of materials, videos, audio transcripts, podcasts, all of these things, even songs, if you run out of material, even songs. And all of these materials and resources are available to you. It's just a case of you opening your mind to these and putting the effort and the time and the energy into finding them. And it's not difficult to find. We're living in a time now where so many things are so easily accessible. It's not like 10, 15, 20 years ago, it was more difficult to find. You've got YouTube, you've got the Apple iPhone App Store, you've got Android for phone, you've got all of these, amazing resources, you've got websites, etc., that have got videos and listening materials, MP3s, all of these things. And what I want you to do is, I'll give you some examples of some websites, but I want you to do 3 things, okay? And this goes into what I always say, don't just watch the videos. I want you to actually put these tips into practice, because you will be the one who benefits from these. So when you've got your examination results, you could say, thank you so much. That one tip, Alex, helped me immensely to pass the examination. And the tip I'm going to give you today, 3 things, is when you're listening to an audio podcast, a YouTube recording, whatever that might be. When I say YouTube, I don't want you to watch the video. I just want you to listen to the video, okay? So just perhaps, close your eyes, have your headphones in, pretend it's an audio recording. I want you to listen to what is the purpose of this talk, okay? So it could be a lecture, it could be a consultation that you're listening to, it could be a conversation between people, it could be a medical recording or a non-medical recording, okay? So what is the purpose of this chat, this conversation, this consultation, this presentation? I want you to write that down as you're listening to it. Second thing, what is the problem that is being discussed? I want to say problem, it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing, but what's the thing that they're trying to tackle? It usually is some problem or task that they have to accomplish. So what's the objective? What's the problem? And then what's the solution? Okay, what's the solution to that problem? What's the achievement of that task? Just 3 things: purpose, problem, solution. Okay, because the problem could, for example, be related to OET, and it could be related to symptoms that the patient has that they're discussing with the doctor. Solution could be the treatment that they have to undergo. Okay, even part of the problem, they could have been talking about a treatment that they were diagnosed previously that's not helped them out. And then going back to the purpose, overall, why is the person there? And like I said, it could be a medical recording, or it could be a non-medical recording. So why is the person there? What can the other person help them to do? Or if it's a lecture or presentation, what is the specific purpose of that talk? Okay, why is the person giving that talk there and then? Do those 3 things. Listen to a recording. You could start with very, very short recordings. You could start with recordings that are 4 to 5 minutes long. You could start with recordings that are 10 to 15 minutes long, and listen to that whole thing and just write out those 3 things, okay? Write out those 3 things. And if you keep continuing to do that day by day, and it's important to be consistent, your listening will go through the roof, I'm telling you, okay? And I've had other students who've tried this before. So please, please, please try it. It's only 5 to 10 minutes a day. And no matter how busy we think we are, We all have 5 to 10 minutes a day to try these things. Okay, so I don't want you to just watch these videos. I want you to put it into practice, because practice is what will help you to improve. Not watching hundreds and hundreds of my videos. Putting the practice in will be the biggest compliment that you can give to me if you can send this message to me after you take your exam or after you get your results and say, thank you very much for that tip. That one tip helped me to pass my listening examination. So remember, you've got hundreds, if not thousands, of resources available to you, but it's up to you to actually use them. It's up to you to decide that you're going to use them. Like I said, iPhone app stores, you've got the Android app store, you've got YouTube, you've got websites, you've got the BBC, the Guardian website, you've got the American websites, NBC, CNN News, all of these things. They've got some fantastic recordings, even if it's just a report on something that's happened in a hospital. So you could look for the medical related sections, but it could also be non-medical related. And the other thing is to try different recordings of different accents: a New Zealand accent, American, British, you've got Australian, okay, Irish. You've got all of these accents, and you should be training your ear for all of these different kinds of accents, because I get so many students saying, oh, well, my OET exam listening recording, it was too fast for me, I couldn't understand. Well, probably the reason why, I have to be honest, if you didn't understand it and if you say, oh, it was too fast, it probably means you weren't putting enough practice in day by day in your preparations, listening to all these different kinds of recordings and actually writing those 3 bits of information out: purpose, problem, solution. Put these things into practice, and I will tell you now, your listening will improve. If you have any questions on today's video, make sure you put them in the message box below. And if you're looking for OET 2.0 materials, make sure you go to swooshenglish.com. I would love to help you pass.